body and rebuilding itself, provides cellular hydration. Let's see. All right, this is the sports stuff. 1% dehydration decreases performance by 4%. 2% dehydration causes the body to become very acidic, which triggers fat and water storage. So wait a minute, if we're very acidic, that triggers water and fat storage. What do we have an issue with in this country? Obesity, right? 2 out of 3 Americans are overweight. 1 out of 3 are actually morbidly obese in this country, okay? A 3% dehydration causes 10% muscle performance lost. 4% dehydration causes 30% muscle performance lost. Okay, now let me put this into real terms. A 1-hour walk produces 2% dehydration. So a 1-hour walk, if you're not properly hydrated prior to, during, and after, then you're looking at 2 or 3% dehydration. Okay? So you're looking at, man, I took a walk, I exercised, I feel like I'm doing the right thing, I still feel miserable and fatigued. This is why. 5% dehydration produces brain fog, headaches, and what we call half-timers. Anybody know about half-timers? Half the time you know what's going on, half the time you don't.
But if you exercise for an hour, how much water should you drink to be hydrated?
Well, it's different for everybody, but the rule of thumb is, regardless of any activity, you should have half of your body weight in ounces per day. Okay, that's everybody. So if you weigh 100, you need 50 ounces of water. If you weigh 200, you need 100 ounces of water in a day. Now, if you're doing activity, if you're exercising, or if you're arthritic, or if you have cancer, or you have migraines, or chronic constipation, or these types of things, you need more, okay? Because these are symptoms of acidosis. So my thought would be, if I'm going to go exercise, I'm going to have about 1 liter of water prior to, and depending on what I do, I'm going to have at least 1 liter afterwards, okay? But it's, again, different for everybody. You got a different answer on that?
That's a pretty good answer.
Pretty good answer.
No problem.
So many people think they're hungry when they're actually thirsty. We go over that in the healthy eating class. When you're really, really, really hungry, drink a glass of water first, right? Because it's going to quench that hunger a lot of times, because the same sensation for hunger and thirst, or the sensation for hunger and thirst are the same, okay? So, University of Washington study showed that hunger pains can be relieved by drinking 1 glass of water, and 98% of the dieters surveyed. Any questions so far? Because a lot of this is visual stuff, so we're going to probably get into the demo. So this book right here, this is a doctor from Sanford, Dr. Theodore Barodi. 2 seconds. Go ahead. I'll give it to him in just a second.
How do you know if you're 2%, 4%, 5% dehydrated? How would
You won't know. Unless you went and got tested. You wouldn't know. But we don't do any of that type of testing. I'm reading this from what I've read in the studies. So you'll know that you can assume almost that you're dehydrated if you haven't had at least half of your body weight in ounces in a day. And then if you're doing activity on top of that, and we're getting ready to talk about what acidosis symptoms sound like. So Dr. Barodi says that acidosis includes symptoms such as acne. We fix acne all the time for patients, okay, without having to give a 12-year-old birth control pills, okay? Because 12-year-olds don't need birth control pills. They just have acne problems, and you can fix it really simple. Agitation, muscle pain, cold hands, cold feet, dizziness, low energy, panic attacks, heartburn, bloating, hyperactivity, joint pains that travel, food allergies, premenstrual